Hello viewers and dear students, in this video I'll continue with the topic definite integrals. The next topic in definite integral is finding the consumer surplus. Here I'll solve the questions based on the student support material uploaded by CBSE. First we will see what is demand curve. We all know demand curve, it is a graphical representation of the relationship between the price of a good or service and the quantity demanded for a given period of time. So, it is a graphical representation which shows the relationship between the price and the quantity demanded for a given period of time. Now, we know law of demand. According to law of demand, all the other factors remaining equal, as the price of a given commodity increases, the quantity demanded decreases. So, that is, as price increases, the demand decreases. So, this is how the demand curve will look. So, in a typical way, we have in the x-axis the quantity demanded and in the y-axis the price, and we have this as the demand curve, because as the price increases the quantity demanded decreases, the demand curve will go in this direction. Now we will see what is consumer surplus. Now let us assume that the prevailing market price is, say, it is P naught, and the quantity of the commodity sold at this price as determined by the demand curve be x naught. So this is P naught and this is x naught, and this is the demand curve given by P is equal to f of x. Now when we can say a consumer surplus happens? We say a consumer surplus happens when the price the consumers pay for a product or service is less than the price they are willing to pay. So if a consumer, if he is paying a price which is less than the price he or she is willing to pay, then we say in such a situation there is a consumer surplus. Basically this consumer surplus, it is a measure of the additional benefit that the consumers receive for their, because they are paying less. So it is the additional benefit which the consumer receive because they are paying a less amount, which is lesser than the amount they are willing to pay. Now we will see how we can determine this consumer surplus. So this is the demand curve, P is equal to f of x, and this is the price P naught, and this is the quantity demanded x naught. Now let's say, let us mark this as OA, B, sorry, PB. The consumer surplus, it is nothing but, it is this part. Because we just now saw consumer surplus happens when the price the consumer pay for a product or service is less than the price they are willing to pay. So it is this region which measures the consumer surplus. Now using definite integrals, we know how to find the area of this region. It is nothing but it is total area under the demand function bounded by x is equal to 0, x is equal to x naught and the x axis. It is this total area minus area of the rectangle OAPB. It is minus this area. So this consumer surplus, we know that the area of rectangle OAPB, it is P naught into x naught. It is nothing but it is P naught into x naught, and this total area, it is calculated as integral this curve. So this is the total area. So the consumer surplus, it is given by integral 0 to x naught f of x dx minus P naught X naught. This is how the consumer surplus can be calculated. So we have to remember this. Usually in the question, the demand function P is equal to f of x will be given, and then either P naught or X naught will be given. We have to find the other value, and then using this we can find the consumer surplus. Now we will see the questions from exercise 3.6. If the demand function is P is equal to 35 minus 2x minus x square and the demand x naught is 3, find the consumer surplus. So here the demand function is given and the demand x naught is also given. We need to find the consumer surplus. So to find the consumer surplus, we need to know both x naught and P naught. So we have to find P naught. So given P is equal to 35 minus 2x minus x square and x naught is equal to 3. So x naught is equal to 3 implies from this we can find P naught by substituting x as 3 in this demand function. So P naught will be 35 minus 2 into 3 minus 3 square, or it is 35 minus 6 minus 9. So it is 20. Now after finding P naught and X naught, let us find P naught X naught. So P naught X naught will be 20 into 3, which is 60. Now we can find the consumer surplus. It is nothing but it is integral 0 to 3 this demand function. 0 to X naught. X naught is 3 and the demand function dx. So this is the demand function 35 minus 2x minus x square into dx minus P naught X naught. So we can integrate this very easily. It is 35x minus 2x square by 2 minus x cube by 3 with the limits 0 to 3 minus P naught X naught we just now calculated as 60. Now we can substitute the upper limit and lower limit. Lower limit is 0, so we will not have any term for lower limit. When we substitute upper limit, we get 35 into 3 minus 3 square minus 3 cube by 3 minus 60. So it is equal to 105 minus 9 minus 9 minus 60, or it is equal to 27. So the consumer surplus is equal to 27. The next question, if the demand function for a commodity is P is equal to 25 minus x square, find the consumer surplus for P naught equal to 9. So here again P naught is given, we will find X naught because we need to know P naught X naught, and consumer surplus we can find the area as integral 0 to X naught. So for that we need to find X naught. Given P is equal to 25 minus x square, P naught equal to 9 implies 9 equal to 25 minus x square, or from this we get x square equal to 25 minus 9, it is 16. So x is equal to plus or minus 4. Therefore x naught is we cannot have x is equal to minus 4 since the demand cannot be negative. So x naught is equal to 4. So we know X naught and P naught. So let us find P naught X naught. So it is 9 into 4, which is 36. Now let us find the consumer surplus. Consumer surplus is integral 0 to X naught. So integral 0 to 4, the demand function. 25 minus x square into dx minus P naught X naught. Or this is equal to integral, let us integrate this, integral 0 to 4, 25 minus x square dx is 25x minus x cube by 3 with the limits 0 to 4 minus P naught X naught is 36. So let us substitute the upper limit. So 25 into 4 is 100 minus 4 cube by 3 is 64 by 3 and lower limit is 0 minus 36. So it is 64 minus 64 by 3, or it is 64 into 1 minus 1 by 3, which is 2 by 3. So the consumer surplus is 128 by 3. The next question, the demand function for a commodity is P is equal to 10 minus 2x. Find the consumer surplus for P equal to 2 and P equal to 6. So first let us find for P equal to 2. So here given P equal to 10 minus 2x. So P naught equal to 2 implies 2 is equal to 10 minus 2x. So from this we get x is equal to 10 minus 2 divided by 2. So it is 8 by 2, which is 4. Therefore, x naught is equal to 4. So from this we can find P naught x naught. P naught x naught is 2 into 4, that is equal to 8. Now we can find the consumer surplus. The consumer surplus is calculated as integral 0 to x naught demand curve, demand function into dx. So it is 10 minus 2x into dx minus P naught x naught. So this is equal to, now let us integrate this integral 10 minus 2x dx. So it is 10x minus 2x square by 2 with the limits 0 to 4 and P naught x naught is 8. So let us substitute the upper limit. When we substitute the upper limit 4, we get 40 minus 4 square is 16, lower limit is 0, then minus 8. So it is 40 minus 16 minus 8, so it is equal to 16. Now coming to the second subdivision, that is P equal to 6. So it is given P equal to 10 minus 2x. So when the price is 6, let us find the quantity demanded. So when P naught is 6, we get 6 is equal to 10 minus 2x, or from this x is equal to 10 minus 6 by 2. So it is 4 by 2, it is equal to 2. Therefore, x naught is equal to 2. Now let us find P naught x naught. So P naught x naught is 6 into 2, it is equal to 12. Now we can find the consumer surplus. So it is integral 0 to x naught. Integral 0 to x naught 10 minus 2x dx minus P naught x naught. So here it is equal to 10x minus 2x square by 2 from 0 to 2. Here for this second subdivision, we got P naught x naught as 12 minus 12. Now substituting the upper limit, 10 into 2 20 minus 2 square 4, lower limit is 0 minus 12. So it is 20 minus 16, which is 4. So the consumer surplus is equal to 4. The next question, the demand function for a commodity is P is equal to 80 minus 3x minus x square. Find the consumer surplus for P equal to 40. So here we have to find the consumer surplus for P equal to 40. So using this P naught equal to 40, we will find x naught. So given P equal to 80 minus 3x minus x square, P naught equal to 40 implies 40 is equal to 80 minus 3x minus x square. So from this let us find x. So this implies x square plus 3x. Here when we bring this minus 3x minus x square to the other side, we get x square plus 3x, then plus 40 minus 80. So it is minus 40 equal to 0. Now let us solve this quadratic equation. So x square plus 3 minus 40 is nothing but it is equal to x plus 8 into x minus 5 equal to 0. Or from this we get x is equal to 5 or x is equal to minus 8. We cannot have x is equal to minus 8 since the quantity demanded cannot be negative. Therefore, x naught is equal to 5 since demand cannot be negative. So, we were given P naught and we found x naught. So, let us find P naught x naught. P naught x naught is equal to 40 into 5. So, it is 200. So, the consumer surplus is equal to integral 0 to x naught. So, integral 0 to 5 demand function 80 minus 3x minus x square into dx minus p naught x naught. So, let us integrate. It is 80x minus 3x square by 2 minus x cube by 3 from 0 to 5 minus p naught x naught we just now calculated as 200. So, it is minus 200. So, substituting the upper limit. So, 80 into 5 it is 400 minus 3 into 5 square by 2. So, here 3 into 25 by 2, 75 by 2 minus here 5 cube by 3. So, it is 125 by 3. Then lower limit is 0 minus 200. So, let us take the LCM. LCM is 6. So, here 400 minus 200 is 200. So, when we take LCM as 6, we get 1200 minus here 75 into 3 is 225 minus 125 into 2 is 250. So, this is equal to 725 upon 6. So, this is the consumer surplus. I hope this video was useful for you. Thank you for watching.